पर्वत सी पिघलनी चाहिए, इस हिमालय से
गंगा निकलनी चाहिए, इस हिमालय से कोई गंगा निकलनी चाहिए। आज
आप सब लोगों को पता है कि क्यों आए हैं यहाँ पे पिकनिक मनाने? पर पिकनिक के साथ साथ साफ सफाई भी करेंगे हम लोग आज। शॉप पे पहुँचेंगे, रास्ते में जो लोग हमें मिलेंगे उनको भी एजुकेट करने की कोशिश करेंगे, सबको बताएंगे हम जो काम कर रहे हैं वो क्यों कर रहे हैं, किस लिए कर रहे हैं और किसके लिए कर रहे हैं।
बुनियाद हिलनी चाहिए, शर्त लेकिन थी कि ये बुनियाद हिलनी।
गाँव तक पहुँचाना है गार्बेज को, और वहाँ से म्यूनसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन की गाड़ी आएगी जो कि गार्बेज को डिस्पोज करेंगे प्रॉपर।
कहाँ जा रहे फिर हम आज?
हर सड़क पर, हर गली में, हर नगर, हर गांव में, हर सड़क पर, हर गली में, हर नगर, हर गांव में, हाथ लहराते हुए हर लाश चलनी चाहिए, हाथ लहराते हुए हर लाश चलनी चाहिए।
मजे करने आए हो ठीक है, पर थोड़ा रिस्पॉन्सिबली मजा करो। बियर की बोतल उठाकर ऊपर ला सकते हो तो नीचे लेकर भी जा सकते हो।
इस हिमालय से कोई गंगा निकलनी चाहिए। सिर्फ हंगामा खड़ा करना मेरा मकसद नहीं, सिर्फ हंगामा खड़ा करना मेरा मकसद नहीं।
निकाल लिया जी, ये तीसरा बैग है।
सूरत बदलनी चाहिए, सारी कोशिश है कि ये सूरत बदलनी चाहिए।
बहुत ही अच्छा लगा, मतलब टाइम टू टाइम हमें ये सब करते रहना चाहिए। अगर हम लोग की जिम्मेदारी लेंगे तो लेगा कौन।
मज़ा तो आता है, पर हमारे साथ साथ लोगों को भी इनिशिएटिव लेना चाहिए कि ये सब हमें देखे, हमसे सीखे, थोड़ा बहुत अपने घर में करें। ज़रूरी नहीं है कि हमारे ट्रेन पे आके साफ सफाई करें, अपने अपने घर में काम शुरू करें ताकि इवेंचुअली हमारा देश साफ हो सके।
भाई क्लिनिक ड्राइव का एक और फायदा है कि हमारी योगा ऑटोमेटिकली हो जाती है यहाँ पे।
हो जाएगा।
माउंटेन में हमारा अपना घर है, अगर अपने घर को साफ रखते तो पहाड़ों के भी साफ रखते।
पर्वत सी पिघलनी चाहिए, हो गई है पीर पर्वत सी पिघलनी चाहिए, इस हिमालय से कोई गंगा निकलनी चाहिए। निकलनी चाहिए।
Yeah, Pradeep, that was a very inspiring film. Really enjoyed seeing it, and I wanted to ask you a few questions. So the first question was that if you look at the at Healing Himalaya, can you give us a little background that how long back it started and what is your scale of your current operation?
So I started this campaign Healing Himalaya in 2016, and since then we've been majorly focused on cleanup campaigns. So far we have organized about 300, roughly 300 cleaning drives, and then we cleared mostly solid waste, which is most of the plastic waste, MLP, PET bottles and glass bottles. That is about approximately 800,000 tons so far, which is a huge amount, because let me share a fact with you that when we clean 1 kilograms of single-use plastic in the Himalayas or anywhere, we have to bend down about 350 or 400 times just to pick up 1 kg of single-use plastic. So the amount of Surya Namaskars that we do while cleaning drives, it's beyond imagination. So yes, and we focus mainly on the track routes wherein the footfall is very heavy. Every year with the number of tourists is above 40 or 50,000. So that's where we focus on, and this is how we started, and I'll tell you more about it in the coming days.
Pradeep, that's quite interesting. I like your Surya Namaskar comparison. But what is the reason for the build-up, Pradeep? What is happening? Who are the people mostly responsible? Is it trekkers, trek companies, villagers? How would you, quantify it?
I think it's because of everybody, mostly the trekkers, also the local communities, also the travel companies, also. And if there are people who are, educated enough, then they lack some sort of infrastructure to dispose their waste. So I think it's a contribution from every side, especially the travel companies and trekkers. I would say that if they are aware enough, educated enough, and they come from the cities and they have some sort of, SOPs in their cities, standard operating procedures to mitigate the solid waste problem. So they should bring that habit and into the mountains also. They should educate the local communities also. Yes, and local communities also are also to be blamed, because they try and capitalize on the situation that everybody is trying to travel or trek in the mountains. So at the same time, they also need to revive their dying belongingness towards the Himalayan region, especially the trek routes, because they carry all the food and all the requirements to such an altitude. They can also bring back it to the base village when it's empty. So I think everybody should come together, and especially the travel companies, they should motivate their travelers and trekkers that they need to take care of their garbage whenever they are so far or so deeper or so higher in the Himalayas.
So if you were to just go a little deeper into the subject, Pradeep, what would be your key message to the trek organizers, the ones who are putting up these treks? If you're saying 40,000 people are coming to some very hot spots, we could call them, obviously that garbage is getting collected. So what should be their role?
I see a lot of competition amongst these companies, and the best parts will be if they start competing in terms of becoming more green, trying and minimize their waste while, all the trekkers heading up to the mountains. First, I think they should support this idea that, we need to create some system wherein somebody is there to take care of that garbage. Somebody is there to rescue if somebody is stuck, and create these options, eco-friendly options, and educating their travel guides, trekking guides regularly. They should intervene at this level, that a couple of months, once in a couple of months, they should try and engage with their local travel guides, trekking guides, and then educate them to such a level that they become eco warriors for them. Things like that they should do. And travel and trekking for a purpose, they should promote this idea also at the same time, because we always go and try and nurture from the Himalayas or the mountain or the natural resources, but we never try and give it back, in a way. So they need to, for example, there's a company who's organizing about 100 treks in a year. So they should at least organize 5 treks wherein their main idea is to clean that trash. They should do something like this. 5 treks out of 100 should be focused on the solid waste management or cleanup drives. So things like that should be focused on, and because see, they earn their bread and butter from the mountains and the Himalayas, so they need to take care of this.
Yeah, Pradeep. And yes, I agree with you. And one of the aspects to discuss is about volunteering. So a lot of trekkers do come to the mountains, but the concept of volunteering is kind of weak, like what you suggested. So if you're a trekker who's going to go into the mountains in the future, what is your message to trekkers, that what should be their role so that this kind of issue doesn't crop up in the future?
They need to focus on very basic things, such as there are so many eco-friendly alternatives. Try and not to buy those so many PET bottles. There's no point buying Gatorade at a trek route. You will not get that sort of energy. So rather, carry your own bottle. Very simple but very effective. In a trek such as Kir Ganga, when we start cleaning, in just 2 days we collect about 6,000 to 7,000 PET bottles. That includes water bottles and also these energy drinks and etc. So if everybody starts using their copper bottle or glass bottle or steel bottle, how easy it will be for us, in a way. And then when you go for a trek, wherever you eat, you always ask for the empty packet. If you eat Maggie at some dhaba or restaurant, ask the restaurant owner that give me my Maggie packet, empty Maggie packet, I'll take it back with me. And the third and the most important, stop littering, because once you throw the garbage in the hills, it goes downhill with the rain or the wind, and it's very difficult for anybody who wants to clean that area. Very, very difficult. For example, for us, if we trek and clean, the trek route of 10 kilometers will eventually become of 20 kilometers. So that's very tough for us. So your small contribution will, make a lot of positive impact, and especially it will make us make very easy for us. Our Surya Namaskars will be limited in a way.
Mhm. Now, I've also seen that aspect that if you drink mineral water, which is regular mineral water, is actually doesn't have minerals, and you're only having pure water, and it leads to dehydration. So it's better to have water purification tablets, have bottles with built-in water filters. I think that can really minimize the damage. So it comes the next question.
They should, they should
Yeah.
spread this message also. If they are educated enough, if they live in the cities, they come with some sort of background, they should connect with the local communities and also try and educate them, provide them alternatives. So that's the, best way to travel somewhere.
So Pradeep, the next question which comes to mind is that after all this waste is collected, what is the waste management process in the hills? What is the status on that, and how is the state of Himachal Pradesh, for example, dealing with that?
So currently, see, our government is majorly focused on the large-scale solutions, wherein they have this approach of building waste-to-energy plants. So try and collect all the waste and then create electricity out of it. But to support that idea, we need to create these small-scale units, and that's where we are focusing on. So major focus of our work is in the rural Himalayan region, where the footfall is again very heavy. And we try and build these small scale waste collection centers, or we can also call them MRF, material recovery facilities, as is shown in the picture. So what we can do with these MRFs is that we create this storage capacity of the waste. And this one particularly is in Raksham, it's Sangla Valley. And we'll collect waste from 3 villages and also from the army and ITBP units. And now what we'll do after collecting is there are multiple options. So we need to collect waste directly from the household immediately. Once everything is used, then you should give it to the waste collection center, so that it has the maximum potential in it. Waste is not waste until it is wasted. It's a very basic saying in our field. And if we throw it away, then it is wasted. But if we use it, we can make it a part of circular economy or make it a part of value chain. So this is the idea behind these small scale waste collection centers. We'll collect the waste, segregate them, and we'll store it up to a certain level. And then what we'll do is we can utilize it into multiple directions. Maybe we can give it to the waste to energy plants, because they always need very well segregated, neat and clean garbage to incinerate and produce electricity out of it. Maybe we can make multiple options, such as we can make chairs out of it. We can make tables out of it. And then we can also use it for road construction in the remote areas, because every year we have to build our road again and again. And if we add plastic into it, the durability will increase of the road. So there are multiple options, but first we need the system in between. There are recycling units, there is garbage there, but the system in between is always missing. So these MRFs, these waste collection centers, will be very handy, to collect, segregate, store, and utilize.
And so, Pradeep, it was nice to see the Prime Minister, commending you on your work you have done. So that was quite a nice thing to happen. And how will that help you going forward? What do you feel?
I think after a terrible 2020, that was the best parting gift for me. And it was quite a surprise for me also, because I didn't know that this is going to be featured in Mann Ki Baat. But yes, it gives me a lot of, and it encourages me, and also will try and do more this year. And I think because of the work that he has done so far in the Swachh Bharat mission, so the idea aligns, and maybe it will give a good momentum for our work. And the things which were supposed to happen in 5 years, now it will happen in a couple of years, I think. So it's a positive thing to promote people who work in far-flung areas, who are very not very popular in their subject, but because of him we are getting the limelight. And I think I'm very thankful and humbled.
Right, Pradeep. Thank you, and do keep up the good work, and we look forward to your continued success. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.